Welcome back to the channel Coin Star. Today's video is all about a legendary coin that might be hiding in your pocket, your piggy bank, or deep inside that old coin jar at grandma's house. We're talking about the 1972 1-cent Lincoln penny, yes, the one that says, "In God We Trust," right above Lincoln's head. Now, you may be thinking, it's just a penny. But what if I told you this little copper coin could be worth over $7.33, or even thousands depending on the condition and rare features? That's right, this seemingly ordinary penny could be a goldmine in disguise. So buckle up, because we're about to dive deep into the history, value, mint marks, errors, and why collectors all over the world are going crazy for the 1972 Lincoln cent. And make sure to stick around to the end. I'll tell you how to identify the rarest versions that can make you serious money. The 1972 Lincoln penny is part of the beloved Lincoln Memorial Cent series, which ran from 1959 to 2008. These coins feature the profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, a design that has become iconic in American currency. The reverse of the 1972 penny shows the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., and if you look really closely, you can even spot a tiny figure of Lincoln sitting inside the monument. How cool is that? This penny was minted during a time of economic change in the United States, and it was produced in three main locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; San Francisco, S mint mark, mostly for proof coins. Over billion 1972 pennies were struck, but only a small fraction have the special traits that make them worth hundreds, or even thousands, today. Here's where things get spicy. The 1972 penny has become legendary among collectors because of a very specific error, the double die obverse, often abbreviated as DDO. This error happens when the coin's design is accidentally stamped twice at slightly different angles, creating a visible doubling of the text, most noticeably in the words, "In God We Trust" and the date 1972. This isn't a small error, you need a microscope to see. The doubling on the DDO is bold and obvious, making it one of the most dramatic and valuable double dies in U.S. coinage history. And get this, the 1972 DDO penny without a mint mark has sold for over $733 in circulated condition, and much higher in uncirculated grades. That's right, a single copper penny, worth hundreds just because of a small mistake made over 50 years ago. Now let's break down the mint marks. No mint mark, Philadelphia. This is where most of the DDO errors are found. If you spot the doubling on the words, "In God We Trust," Liberty, and the date, you might be holding the jackpot. Value ranges from $150 to over $1,000, depending on condition. In mint state 65, these coins have sold for $733 or more at auctions. D mint mark, Denver, these are more common and don't typically feature the dramatic DDO, but they can still be worth more than face value if they're in pristine condition. Value, 10 cents to $10 in uncirculated grades. S mint mark, San Francisco proof coins. These were specially made for collectors. They have a mirror-like finish and can be quite valuable if kept in excellent condition. Value, $5 to $100 plus, especially for high-grade proof coins. So, how can you tell if your 1972 penny is worth hundreds? Here's what to look for. First, make sure it has no mint mark under the date. That means it was struck in Philadelphia. Then look closely at the words "In God We Trust." Do the letters look thick or doubled? Check Liberty and the 1972 date. If you see clear, separated doubling on any of these, you might have the rare DDO. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe for a better look. Compare it to pictures of certified 1972 DDOs online or take it to a coin dealer for evaluation. Trust me, spotting one of these could change your life. Let's talk numbers. Here's what the market is showing right now for 1972 DDO pennies, circulated, good to very fine $100. $300 uncirculated, mint state 60 to 64 $400, $700 MS 65 and higher, certified by PCGS or NGC up to $1,000 or more. In fact, 1 MS 66 red. Example sold for over $14,000 at a heritage auction. That's why coin collectors and dealers are always on the hunt for these gems. They are out there, and they are real. So here's what you need to do right now. Grab your coin jar, your pocket change, even those old jars in the attic. Look for 1972 pennies, especially those with no mint mark. Inspect for the double die obverse. Look at the letters and numbers. If you think you found one, get it graded by a trusted company like PCGS or NGC, and remember, condition matters. Keep it safe, don't clean it, and store it properly in a coin holder. You could be sitting on $733, or even thousands without knowing it. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more hidden coin treasures that could make you rich, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new upload. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin. I want to hear your story. And remember, every penny counts, especially the ones worth a fortune. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy hunting. World of rare coins, hidden treasures, and pocket change that could make you rich. If you're new here, don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a money-making coin video. Now, get ready, because today we're uncovering the secrets behind a truly legendary coin that's been turning heads and shocking collectors. The 1-cent 1979 Lincoln penny, famously stamped with, "In God We Trust," and yes, it could be worth as much as $481 or even more in today's collector's market. You heard that right. That little copper coin sitting in your drawer, that 1-cent piece you never gave a second look, might actually be a hidden goldmine. So, let's dive deep. What makes the 1979 penny so special? What should you be looking for? And how can you cash in? Let's find out. Let's rewind time to 1979. America was in transition. Disco was fading, the Cold War was heating, and Ronald Reagan was preparing to reshape American politics. And while all of that was going on, the U.S. Mint was quietly striking millions of pennies that would go on to become historical gems. The 1979 Lincoln cent belongs to the beloved Lincoln Memorial Series, which ran from 1959 to 2008. This series replaced the famous wheat penny, and instead of wheat stalks, the reverse features the Lincoln Memorial. It may look like an ordinary coin, but here's where things get exciting. Every coin tells a story, and part of that story is the mint mark. In 1979, pennies were struck in 3 different U.S. mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, marked with a D; San Francisco, marked with an S. Proof coins only. Each of these mint marks can make a huge difference in value, rarity, and demand. The Denver Mint, that's the 1979 D Lincoln penny, is especially important to collectors because it's tied to some key errors and striking varieties. Some rare 1979 D Lincoln cents in mint state condition, with strong luster and no wear, have sold for upwards of $481, and even higher in premium auctions. Let's talk about the motto we see every day: "In God We Trust," but hardly think about. On the 1979 Lincoln penny, the placement and clarity of this phrase are crucial. Collectors often hunt for coins where the text is doubled, misaligned, or even partially missing due to striking errors or die issues. Some 1979 cents exhibit doubling on the motto, most notably on the letters G or T, and that small detail can skyrocket the coin's value. So yes, if you've got a 1979 penny and the motto looks strange, especially under magnification, don't spend it. You might be sitting on a small fortune. So, what makes a 1979 penny worth hundreds of dollars? Here's what to look for: mint mark ***. Coins with a clearly struck D or an unusual looking mint mark can be highly valuable. Die errors ***. Look for doubling, off-center strikes, or die cracks. These aren't flaws, they're gold for collectors. Coins in MS-65 or higher condition, that's mint state, graded on a 70-point scale, are incredibly valuable. No scratches, no fingerprints, and full detail, luster and color ***, that original copper shine. That's called red luster, and it's a big plus. Some rare 1979 S-proof pennies can also bring in good money, especially with special mirror-like finishes and deep cameo contrast. So, how much are these coins worth right now? A regular 1979 penny from Philadelphia in circulated condition is only worth face value, 1 cent. But an uncirculated 1979 D penny can be worth $5 to $50 depending on condition. Now here's the big one: coins graded MS-67 plus or higher with full red luster and no flaws can sell for $481 or more at auction. Rare varieties, like double die errors or off-center strikes, have even reached $1,000 plus in private sales. The market is hot, especially among collectors chasing rare coins with mint state perfection. Coin shows, online auctions, and dedicated collector forums are all buzzing with interest in this particular year. Here's a quick checklist for you at home. Grab a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe, check the "In God We Trust" for any doubling or fading, examine the mint mark closely, is it clean, misaligned, or missing? Inspect Lincoln's face and the memorial for crisp detail, hold it under good light, does it still have that fiery red shine, and don't forget, condition is king. Even small wear marks can drop the value significantly. So let's say you've struck gold, you found a shiny, beautiful 1979 Lincoln penny with sharp details and maybe even a rare error. What next? First, don't clean the coin, that can ruin its value. Take clear, close-up photos, get it professionally graded by services like PCGS or NGC, post it on collector forums to get feedback, or list it on reputable auction sites like Heritage Auctions or eBay. Collectors are ready to pay big for the right coin. The Lincoln cent is the longest-running coin design in U.S. history. The 1979 penny was made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, making it heavier and more valuable than modern pennies. Some copper cents are actually worth more than their face value just in metal content. The phrase, "In God We Trust," was first used on coins during the Civil War in 1864. So there you have it, the 1979 1 cent, "In God We Trust." Lincoln penny may just be the millionaire maker hiding in your couch cushions. It's small. It's common. But the right one? It's worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. So check your change. Look through your piggy banks. Raid your old coin jars. Because the treasure you've been dreaming of could be waiting for you, in the form of a shiny little copper penny from 1979. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into coins that could change your life. Drop a comment if you've ever found a rare coin, or if you're now inspired to go hunting. Thanks for watching. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that might just be hiding in your pocket, your piggy bank, or that old jar of change on your shelf. And believe it or not, this tiny coin could be worth hundreds of dollars, yes, even up to $400 or more in today's market. That we're talking about the 1988 Lincoln 1 cent coin, featuring the famous motto, "In God We Trust," and the ever so important mint mark that could make all the difference in value. If you're into coin collecting, U.S. history, or simply curious about how a single penny could be worth so much, then stick around. This video is going to blow your mind. Let's explore the history, the hidden value, and how you can spot a 1988 penny that's worth way more than 1 cent. First, a little background. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse, meaning the front, of the coin features the portrait of Lincoln himself. It's one of the longest-running designs in American coinage history, but we're not just talking about any Lincoln cent today. We're zooming in on the 1988 Lincoln cent, a coin that might look ordinary at first glance, but certain versions of this coin are anything but common. In 1988, these coins were minted in Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D mint mark, and San Francisco, S mint mark, mostly for proofs. The design looks pretty typical, right? Lincoln's bust, the motto, "In God We Trust," Liberty, on the left, and the date 1988 with a mint mark underneath on the right side. What makes the 1988 penny special isn't just the date, it's the reverse design details and certain die varieties that can make collectors go wild. One of the most sought-after variations is known as the 1988 reverse of 1989 transitional error. Yes, you heard that right, 1988 coins with a reverse design intended for 1989. Let me explain. In 1989, the U.S. Mint made subtle changes to the Lincoln memorial on the reverse side of the coin, specifically to the FG initials of the designer Frank Gasparo. On some 1988 cents, especially those minted in Philadelphia, the reverse die used was mistakenly from the 1989 design, making them a transitional error. These are incredibly rare and can fetch hundreds of dollars from collectors. So how do you spot a valuable 1988 cent? Here's what to look for: check the mint mark. No mint mark. That means it's from Philadelphia. These are the coins where the transitional error is most common. D mint mark. From Denver. Still collectible, but usually not the transitional era variety. Flip the coin and inspect the reverse. Look at the FG initials to the right of the Lincoln Memorial base stud. If the initials are closer and more curved, it may be the reverse of 1989, meaning it's an error coin and highly valuable. Coins in mint state condition or uncirculated condition can sell for far more than worn ones. Look for coins with strong details, no scratches, and full luster. Alright, now to the part everyone's been waiting 4. What is this coin actually worth in today's market? As of now, the 1988 Lincoln penny with the transitional reverse error in excellent condition has sold for up to $400 at auctions. Some have even reached $500 or more depending on grading and demand. Even a circulated one, if it's the transitional variety, can be worth $50 to $150 easily. That's a huge return on something that's technically worth only 1 cent face value, and even if you don't have the error variety, a well-preserved proof coin from San Francisco, or a high-grade Denver mint coin, can still bring in a few dollars to even $50, depending on the buyer. If you're excited to check your change jar now, here are some quick tips. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to inspect the details. Keep a small container for any unusual or old pennies you find. Compare with online reference photos from trusted coin websites or forums. Join coin collector groups online to learn more and possibly trade that. If you think you found a rare 1988 cent, consider sending it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC to get it officially certified. Before we wrap up, here are some fun facts. The phrase, "In God We Trust," was first added to the penny in 1909, and it remains a key identifying feature today. The 1988 penny is made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating, unlike earlier pennies, which were mostly copper. Over 11 billion pennies were minted in 1988, but only a tiny fraction have the reverse error that makes them valuable. So there you have it. The humble 1988 Lincoln 1-cent coin might not look like much, but with the right mint mark, the right reverse design, and a bit of luck, it could be worth hundreds of dollars. Now it's your turn. Go check your coin jars, old wallets, and drawer stashes. You might be sitting on a treasure and not even know it. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new today, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss our next video about rare and valuable coins that could change your life. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin, or if you think you have a 1988 penny worth something big. Let's talk. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and keep dreaming big. This is your chance to turn a single penny into a small fortune. Peace out, and happy coin hunting. Did you know that a simple 1995 1-cent coin with the famous motto, "In God We Trust," could actually be worth hundreds of dollars, or even more? That's right, a coin you might overlook in your pocket change could fetch up to $3.25 or more in today's collector market. Stay tuned because in this video, we're diving deep into the 1995 Lincoln penny, its fascinating history, unique features, valuable errors, and most importantly, how much it's worth right now. Let's go back to the basics. The 1995 Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark just under the year on the coin. Over 7 billion of these pennies were produced, so why is it that some are now selling for hundreds of dollars? The secret lies in the details. Not all pennies are created equal, and collectors are going wild over certain features that turn an ordinary coin into a treasure. One of the most critical things to look at is the "In God We Trust" motto, because believe it or not, die errors, double dies, and misprints involving this phrase can drive the value of your penny through the roof. Let's talk about double die errors, one of the most famous and desirable mistakes in the coin world. While the Philadelphia version of the 1995 penny is famous for its strong double die on "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," many collectors don't realize the Denver minted coins also have their own variety of valuable quirks. Coins with doubling, misaligned dies, or off-center strikes can easily sell $4.50, $100, or even up to $3.25 if they're in good condition. The 1995 Lincoln cent features the long-standing portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, a design by Victor David Brenner, which first appeared in 1909. And on the reverse, we see the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to honor Lincoln's 150th birthday. If you look closely, You can even see the tiny statue of Lincoln inside the memorial, an incredible detail that makes this design so iconic. Now let's get into the value. Circulated 1995 D pennies are generally worth just face value, right? That's what most people believe. But if your coin is in mint state condition, meaning it hasn't been used or worn down, it could be worth a lot more. In fact, graded examples by PCGS and NGC in MS66 or higher have been known to sell for between $50 and $150. But what about those rare gems with errors? Some coins with off-center strikes, double dies, or misaligned mint marks are extremely rare. And because collectors are always looking for the next big discovery, these coins have sold for up to $325 or more in online auctions and coin shows. On marketplaces like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Great Collections, 1995 D Lincoln cents have fetched shocking prices, especially those with unique errors or in uncirculated condition. One example sold for $310 because of its off-center strike. Another coin with a die break near the "In God We Trust" phrase sold for over $275. And if you have one graded at MS67 red or higher, the value can go beyond $325, especially if it has a rare mint error. So what should you be looking for? Condition is everything. Coins with a bright red shine and no scratches are considered premium. Number 2, look closely at the lettering, especially "In God We Trust," Liberty, and the date. Any doubling, misalignment, or weak strike can add serious value. Number 3, check for unusual features like die cracks, off-center strikes, floating roofs, and missing details on the Lincoln Memorial. All it takes is a simple magnifying glass and a sharp eye. And who knows? That penny you've had tucked away for years could be your next jackpot. Double die in God We Trust, off-center strike, misaligned mint mark, die cracks or breaks, strong red luster, MS condition. The Lincoln Memorial reverse ended in 2008, making every coin from that era a part of history. And 1995 was right near the end of that era, making these pennies more collectible every year as they age. Coin experts predict that in the next decade, rare 1995 D Lincoln cents with verified errors or high grades could double or triple in value. So if you've got one, or if you're digging through your old jars or rolls from the bank, this is your sign to start hunting. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, keep an eye out for the 1995 D 1-cent coin. It might just be a penny in your hand, but in the eyes of a collector, it could be a hidden fortune. So what are you waiting for? Go check your change, dig into your coin collection, and inspect those 1995 D Lincoln pennies. If you find one with the right combination of features, it could be worth way more than 1 cent, it could be worth hundreds. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more coin treasure videos, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into rare coins that could make you rich. Until next time, keep collecting. We're talking about the 1-cent 2015 Lincoln penny with the legendary inscription, "In God We Trust," and more importantly, we'll uncover why one version of this humble penny is making collectors go wild, with a value reaching up to $261 or even more. So grab your magnifying glass, because by the end of this video, you'll be checking every single penny in your pocket. Let's go treasure hunting. Before we jump into what makes the 2015 penny so valuable, let's rewind and understand the legacy of this little coin. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and ever since then, the Lincoln penny has remained one of the most iconic and widely circulated coins in America. Fast forward to 2010, after a series of reverse design changes in 2009 to celebrate Lincoln's life, the U.S. Mint adopted the Union Shield design for the reverse side, a symbol of national unity. This design continued into 2015, paired with the famous obverse portrait of Lincoln, and of course, the words, "In God We Trust," featured proudly above his head. Now, not every 2015 penny is worth a fortune. But certain variations, especially those with unique mint marks and rare errors, are commanding attention in the collector's world, and some are fetching over $261. Let's break this down. First, there are 3 types of 2015 pennies based on where they were minted. 2015 no mint mark, these were minted in Philadelphia. 2015 D, minted in Denver. 2015s, these are proof coins, minted in San Francisco and usually sold to collectors. Now here's where it gets juicy. Coins from these mints may appear normal, but certain error coins and high-grade specimens are worth big money. One of the main reasons behind the rising value of a 2015 penny is minting errors, tiny mistakes that turn an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. Here are the most valuable errors to look for: double die obverse, DDO, you might notice doubling in the words, "In God We Trust, Liberty," or the date, 2015. This error happens when the die stamps the coin more than once but slightly misaligned. A strong DDO in great condition could be worth $150 to $300 or more. If the coin was not centered properly during minting, it may appear partially blank or warped. Depending on how off-center it is, the value could range from $50 to several $100s. These look like raised lines or blobs on the coin. When these occur on significant areas like Lincoln's face or across key letters, collectors pay a premium, sometimes up to $100 or more, depending on visibility. Imagine a penny struck on a dime or foreign coin blank. These are super rare, but when they appear, they can be worth hundreds or even thousands. Let's talk about grading. Even if your 2015 penny doesn't have any major errors, it can still be worth a lot based on its condition. Coins are graded from poor, P1, all the way to mint state, MS70. Most pennies you find in circulation are worn and graded below MS60. However, a 2015 Lincoln penny graded MS68 or MS69 by PCGS or NGC, two trusted coin grading companies, can be worth $100 to $300, and in flawless condition, MS70, possibly even more. And yes, there have been sales of 2015 D and no mint mark Lincoln cents in pristine grades that sold for over $261 on online auction sites. So if you've got a shiny 2015 penny with razor-sharp details, it might be time to send it in for grading. So what's the current market saying? As of now, on collector marketplaces like eBay, heritage auctions, and coin forums, some 2015 pennies are selling $4.05 to $25 for interesting but common minor errors. $50 to $100 for MS67 graded coins. $261 plus 4 verified rare errors or ultra-high-grade coins. One known 2015 D penny with a strong DDO and MS68 grade sold for over $280 at auction. Another no mint mark variety with full red color and pristine strike recently hit $261 on eBay. Now that you know what to look for, here's how you can increase your chances of finding one of these gems. Check your change every day. You'd be surprised what people unknowingly spend. Visit coin roll hunts, buy boxes of pennies from the bank and search them at home. Get a 10x magnifier or jeweler's loupe to spot small errors and doubling. Store your finds in coin flips or holders to preserve their condition. Compare your coin's details with online databases like PCGS PhotoGrade or NGC Coin Explorer. The 2015 1-cent coin may seem like just another penny, but with the right combination of mint mark, error, and condition, it could be worth over $261, or even more as demand rises. So don't underestimate that little copper coin sitting in your pocket. It could be the key to your next big payday. Remember, every coin has a story, and some are worth far more than their face value. If you found this video helpful, entertaining, or just plain exciting, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss another hidden treasure, and drop a comment below. Have you ever found a rare penny? What's the most valuable coin in your collection? Until next time, happy coin hunting.